it is Nancy Taylor here with VIPKID Baby Diaries number 2. I told everyone I would document my experience with having a newborn and teaching from home to hopefully give you some tips, maybe you can learn from my mistakes. And I hope that these are beneficial for you. Also, they're fun to document because who grows like a weed? Both of them. Jack is 4.5 weeks old, and my plan was to take off 1 to 2 months from teaching. Oh, nice burp, bro. Good job. Was to take off 1 to 2 months, and then to start teaching. But I'm here to tell you that I'm back. I've started teaching. I went back when he was 3 weeks. I know, crazy. I thought I would wait longer, but I wanted to start a schedule where I only opened up spots where my husband was home. So for a week and a half, my husband has been home the entire week and a half. Now he's gone tomorrow and I accidentally opened up spots. So I will keep you posted on how the first time with both of them while I'm teaching. I'll tell you my game plan. So first of all, I do wake up Jack. I wake him up. I've been teaching only from 6:30 to 7:30 or 6:30 to 8. So an hour and a half or an hour long. And I wake him up, I nurse him, and then I go into class. And I have a baby monitor so I can watch him. He has woken up every single time I've been teaching. Every single time. And he's been taking only bottles. I've had to pump. Give me your tips, guys. He'll nurse at night. I had to start pumping because it was so painful to feed him. I was like, I can't have him latch on. It hurts so bad. So I started pumping and now all he wants is bottles. Oh, heaven forbid. So he nurses half the day, he takes bottles half the day. The bottles are quite convenient. I quite like that. I do not love pumping. Not quite convenient. Kind of hectic when I have 2 and I'm hooked to the cord, like, help me. Okay, back to teaching. That's just a side note that if you start giving your baby bottles, they'll prefer it because the milk comes out faster. He's a bottomless pit. He probably gets formula at least once a day because I can't keep up with him. Like Ava, I had a freezer full of breast milk. Nope. Jack is a bottomless pit. Can you tell? Is he already getting chubby? Is he pretty chubby already? So first week back has been great. My schedule has been fully booked. All of the slots I opened up were fully booked. I go in there and I practice looking at my monitor. He wakes up every time. Dave puts in the binky and then Dave grabs a bottle and feeds him. My game plan is to have a swing in the classroom, have a bottle already heated up right there sitting next to me. So I'm gonna have to wake up an hour before class. But I will have all the necessities that a newborn needs, and then I will nurse him before I go in to teach. And then if he does wake up, if I see on the monitor, if it's screamo and I'm teaching, I will say 1 minute please, go grab him, and then have a bottle right there in class. And if it's not quite screamo, it's just a little fussy, you know your child's cry, right? You know their cry.
Where's your phone?
Right here, baby. So if it's just kind of a mild cry, then I will wait until I'm finished with the class. Go at the 5-minute point in between. So I really have to be on my timing. I only am teaching for an hour and a half. I guarantee he will wake up. I guarantee it. It's nice to have my husband home as I was going back to teaching because you kind of get nervous like, I haven't taught for a whole month. I just took off February, so started back up in March. And it was so great to see my students. I missed them. It's nice to teach a shorter amount of time. 2 kids is awesome. When we're at the store, Dave always teases like, we have so many kids. It's chaos.
We have so many kids.
We have 2 kids, Dave. We have 2 kids.
We have 2 kids.
We have 2 cute kids.
1 kid.
Yes, huh? And I'm very grateful for these 2 kids. This is why I teach from home, is so I can be home and be a mom for them. So VIPKID is my niche. It gives you the kind of that self-worth. It gives you your hobby. It's very rewarding to see your students learning, to see them growing, to meet with them. I missed my students. I think that's why I went back so quickly. And I did want to force myself to create a routine. There's no way I was going to wake up before at 5 just on my own, just to nurse him, unless I had to. So tip, I know, because tomorrow may be chaos. Only open up spots when you have another adult to help you out, whether it's your spouse or someone else at your home, because tomorrow I'm going to have to do more work just because I will be home by myself. So is the truth? What if both of them woke up? This is a question I'm asked all the time. What if my baby wakes up or my child wakes up while I'm teaching? Well, if you don't have someone else to help you out, then you really do have to start small and you need to train your kids. They need to know if they're older, they need to know that they can't come in the room, and if they do, then they need to play quietly on the side. You're not supposed to have anyone else in the room, so I stick to that. I try to stick to that unless it is an emergency. So really find what works for your child. Every child is different. I know that not every child sleeps in as long as Ava. I know that every newborn might sleep better than Jack, who wakes up every single time. Good morning. Project teaching with a newborn is about to begin. I'm about to teach my first class. I'm just teaching for an hour and a half. Check out my setup. Well, this is just part of my teaching. But over here, I topped him off, heated up a bottle for him because we all know he just likes bottles. He nursed all night. I topped him off just barely, burped him, wrapped him as tight as I possibly could. Just kidding. He sleeps good if I swaddle him, so he's snoozing right there. He's facing the other way. And then I brought the swing up here in case he wakes up and I have to put him in there. And then I have his binky is actually sitting right on him, like to the bottom. So if he's fussy, I can go try and pop it in between classes. And I have my DockATot there so I can mix it up if he wakes up. And then I have a bottle there if I need to hold him. And I'll hold him out of the camera. Oh no. No. This is too funny. Like any movement, I'm like, don't wake up. Okay, my class starts in about 10 minutes, so I'm all ready to go. And then I can just get set up in my classroom. I have water here. Whew. Project teach with the newborn. I'm a little nervous. Please don't wake up. I did everything I possibly could to keep him asleep for an hour and a half. So now it's just karma. Good karma coming my way, hopefully. Okay, happy teaching. It's a miracle. He didn't wake up. Well, he woke up at the very end. He's wide awake right now. He was crying just a minute ago. Look at this little thing. He's just staring at us. How creepy. Because this is a night view. Yep, just looking at us. I'll go feed him. So I made it an hour and a half. He tapped out about the last 5 minutes, but he cried only like 2 little cries and then he fell back asleep. So it's interesting because when I sit right by him, if he makes like 1 grunt, I grab him right away. So like, maybe this is a good thing because then he trains himself to go back to sleep. And that's exactly what Ava did. She trained herself to go back to sleep because I couldn't go right away. I mean, I wasn't right by her. Oh, you made a noise, let me grab you. So I'm going to go feed him. I'm glad I have a video this round. With Ava, I did not have a video. I just had to listen. So it's a lot more reassuring. He's so young. I think I would only teach for an hour at this point, at his age, not an hour and a half when Dave's gone. And then eventually I'll add more time. Okay, I have to go feed the baby. But we survived. Maternity leave over and the first day without Dave. Survival. Bye. Just filling in feedback. And eating breakfast. P.S. You can fill in your feedback on your phone and the speak text works way better. So if I have 2 children taking both my arms, I just speak text it. But I don't love to do that because I like to type out the words that I need to work on, or I don't know, it's just a little bit easier for me to type. But the speak text on the computer, if you click like function, you can do speak text, speak to text or whatever on the computer. Sorry if I have oatmeal in my teeth. But it actually doesn't pick it up as well. I don't know why. It seems like Apple would use the same functions on their phone and their computer, but I come to find my phone actually functions better than my computer. Hi, little dude. Good job at sleeping while I talk. Good job. Good job at not being awake. I sat on your hand. Sorry. Is it okay?
Ow.
Let me kiss it. I told her when she woke up from her nap she could watch YouTube. This is her reward, huh? That's your reward for taking a nap. But you didn't want to, but you did. You're so good. What are you doing? Talking? Talking to you? What's he telling you? Come here, thinking. Get him. Good job, big sis.